Have you ever wondered what a glass of wine from grapes grown in an active volcano or graveyard would taste like? Whether it's to bring viticulture to an area that hasn't had it in years or out of a sense of challenge, a love of the game, if you will, some vintners have been pushing their art to ever more exciting vistas. Here's a quick look at some of the most unconventional vineyards on the planet, from the Arctic Circle to the Gobi Desert. First off is Tibet. If you're after a wine that boasts some serious altitude, you couldn't do better than Tibet. At 11,690 feet above sea level, the Pure Land and Super High Altitude Vineyard is the highest vineyard in the world. Here you can find Muscat, Beibinghong, and more grape varieties. As you might imagine, growing grapes this high up isn't easy, but year on year these determined growers are making strides. Ever wondered what Santa Claus drinks? If he sticks to the local stuff, he may well be enjoying a nuclear-powered Finnish Zilga. Confused? Let me explain. There's a very small but very unique vineyard in Finland's Yrjö municipality. It's the world's northernmost vineyard, and it gets its heat from the nearby Olkiluoto nuclear power plant. Basically, some of the non-radioactive water used to keep the plant's reactor cool is diverted to the vineyard to keep the soil warm. Without this extra warmth, the likelihood of successfully growing Zilga would be zilch. And if you thought that consonance was even moderately clever or inventive, or if you're just feeling nice at the minute, please like this video and subscribe, as it really helps our channel. Anyway, back to the video. In northern China, intrepid winemakers are growing grapes in one of the most desolate places on the planet, the Gobi Desert. Temperatures range from -40 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit, that's -40 to 45 degrees Celsius, and winds can exceed 100 miles per hour, so successfully growing grapes requires some ingenuity. To withstand the harsh winters, winemakers have to bury their vines in the sand. That said, there are benefits to this arid climate. The lack of natural pests and lower susceptibility to rot make making organic wine more possible. Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon are just a few of the wines on offer from this region, but you may have some difficulty finding them outside of China, for now. Moving west to Lanzarote, the easternmost part of the Canary Islands, we find winemakers cultivating vines in the ashy soil at the base of an active volcano. It seems that by digging down deep, well past the ash layer, the vines can thrive. Oddly enough, the ash keeps conditions more or less perfect, helping the vines retain moisture and regulate temperature. These vineyards look otherworldly, as each vine is planted in its own private crater. Here you can find Malvasia, Muscatel, Syrah, and more. But enough about wines from the land of the living. What about wines made from grapes grown in a graveyard? Introducing Bishop's Vineyard, a winery producing wines made from grapes grown in the Roman Catholic Diocese of Oakland's cemeteries. These wines serve a triple purpose. 1, they provide a source of income for the diocese. 2, they brighten up the graveyards at half the cost of grass. And 3, they're very drinkable. You might enjoy a graveyard-grown Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, or Merlot, to name a few. Okay, so grapes can grow in deserts, in graveyards, and in volcanic ash. But what about water? Well, sort of, yes. This brings us to number 6, Thailand's floating vineyards. Just over half an hour's drive from Bangkok, you'll find Siam Winery. Here, winemakers grow Malaga Blanc, Phoc Dum, and more. Each row of grapes is separated by a canal, which not only looks magical, but also helps drain the water out of the vineyards. The workers go up and down the rows of grapes in canal boats, in perhaps the most unique vineyard working conditions we've yet discovered. Love a good incline? Bremer Kalmont in the Mosel region of Germany just might be for you. Here you'll find award-winning Riesling, Pinot Gris, and more, growing at a heady 65-degree incline, the steepest in the world. Climatologically speaking, it's one of the warmest in Germany. The Mosel River reflects sunlight onto the vines, and the soil, as you might imagine, drains incredibly well. Helpful too is the fog, which often settles on the valley and spreads botrytis. Given the steepness, the work is extremely demanding, but well worth it. The vistas are spectacular, and the wines produced are of extremely high quality. And there you have it, the 7 most unexpected wineries in the world. We are thinking something in the Mariana Trench is next, but what about you? Have you heard of any spectacularly surprising wineries we've missed? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, and thanks for watching. And if you've made it this far, click the good old subscribe button. Cheers! If you'd like to see more videos like this one, please consider supporting us on Patreon at the link in the description box below. As a Quince patron, you'll get early access to future videos and can even vote on upcoming video topics. Our amazing patrons allow us to work on these videos full-time and make them as good as we possibly can. Thank you all very, very much for your support.